Jesus invites his disciples to forgive and to forgive and to forgive and to forgive. And as soon as he says this, the apostles realize we can't do this on our own. He said, increase our faith, because they know they need God's help in order to forgive. It's an impossibility on our own. We need the power of God to come and bring healing to our wounded hearts. So it says, increase our faith. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, tiny, tiny faith, tiny, tiny seed. Now, I was thinking about this and pondering over the fact that the Lord did not say, if you have faith the size of a grain of sand. And I think maybe he chose the mustard seed as opposed to the grain of sand, because the grain of sand is not alive. But a mustard seed is, and can bring forth great life. When we think about faith, it's not just the size of the faith, but it has to be living faith. It can't just be, yes, I have an intellectual assent to that God does exist, but rather that faith that goes deep into our core and is alive and says, even if it's small, but says, I have a living relationship with the living God. And then the other, just follow my images here. Just follow my images. They don't have to make sense. But if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you would be able to say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it would obey you. And I think about just the image that came to mind with that was uprooting that mulberry tree that's in our hearts. Those roots and entanglements of sin that hold us bound. And Jesus is saying, it can be uprooted and thrown into the sea. So it's no longer an issue. Just some reflections. You can take them and go where you want with them. But asking the Lord for that faith that will be able to supplant the ugliness of unforgiveness within our hearts, the tendrils of sin that are clinging to us, so that that faith will be able to drive out all of that, and we can live with living faith in our God.